Longtime associate and fellow hero saint and legend Phyllis Hale says of David Hilton, he was born to encourage others and has shined at doing so ever since. David was the only son among 4 daughters born to Everett and Faye Hilton. From an early age, he learned the importance of encouraging others in word and deed, watching his beloved grandfather Samuel Lester generously helping neighbors through his general merchandise store in Science Hill, Kentucky. As a young boy, David befriended a disabled neighbor named Hobie, who moved through life more slowly than most. David became his steadfast friend and later wrote a touching tribute. "You taught me that we are all more alike than we are different. You taught me about tolerance and compassion." From there, David's heart for serving others only grew. At 19 years of age, he enlisted in the Marines and became a chaplain's assistant. At his base in Puerto Rico, David was drawn to the local people and formed a special bond with a missionary couple. A call to missions began to grow in his heart. Back in the States, David attended Kentucky Wesleyan College, distinguishing himself in academics and speech with a flair for drama, winning rave reviews for his starring role in Hamlet. Upon graduation, David followed his heart for missions, boarding a ship for Malaysia to work with the people of Kuala Lumpur. There he met Mary Lois Johnston, a fellow Methodist missionary teaching in a local girls' school. David warmly reflects on those years of getting to know Mary Lois and the Malaysian people as some of his best ever. Eventually, he asked Mary Lois to be his wife. They were married in 1963 in Fairfield, Illinois. The couple soon returned to Malaysia for 4 more years and welcomed their 2 children, David and Sarah, into the world. After earning 2 master's degrees from Duke University's School of Divinity, David entered full-time ministry, faithfully serving Kentucky United Methodist congregations in London, Middlesbrough, Danville, Moorhead, Lexington, and Frankfort, where he was always much beloved. Along the way, he rose to leadership roles on the Council of Ministries, Redbird Missionary Conference, and the McGee Christian Education Foundation. David was also elected delegate to 2 general conferences and the executive committee of the World Methodist Council, sending him to all corners of the globe, where he was always quick to engage the local cultures. In awarding an honorary doctorate to David, his alma mater praised him by saying, "You are a tireless leader for Kentucky United Methodism and servant of the church. The reach of your ministry extends throughout the world." Back at Frankfurt First, David encouraged another group of exceptional friends, known as the Sunshine Class. Their gift for sharing God's never-ending love inspired David to do the same. When upon retirement from the church in 1998, he accepted the role of chaplain for Hospice of the Bluegrass. There he discovered a rich and rewarding world of opportunity for encouraging others, patients and families alike, at their greatest points of need. At Hospice, David became a source of hope and life for others, says friend and fellow chaplain John Kahn. Other colleagues simply say of his caring ways, "To know David is to love David." He soon began mentoring others in the ways of hospice spiritual care, presenting papers and workshops across the nation. He later helped establish the Hospice at Otterbein Lifestyle Community in Lebanon, Ohio, where David and Mary Lois moved to be closer to family. Despite his many years with hospice, David was unprepared for news that he himself suffered from a progressive pulmonary disease that would qualify him for the very services he helped to pioneer. In his honor, Otterbein recently dedicated its hospice bereavement room. Never one to be discouraged, this humble and compassionate servant of the Lord now values the preciousness of life even more, with Mary Lois, looking back on his life with profound gratitude and forward to the glorious wonders of God's amazing grace that lie ahead. We are honored to present David L. Hilton, a 2015 recipient of the Heroes, Saints, and Legends Award.